Hello there, running-ears. I'm Manny, and welcome once again. And I'll start off by saying I've decided that I really want this channel to grow. So I am going to set up a goal that I will have 1,000 subscribers by the end of this summer. So hopefully by August, we will have 1,000 subscribers. With that said, please subscribe to the channel. Please invite your friends. Comment down below. Remember, this is your channel. I love growing it. I love helping you guys understand what's going on at the runDisney events, giving you guys updates. So let's make this a channel that everybody goes to. Please keep asking questions. Please feel free to comment down below. But again, subscribe, hit the notification bell, tell your friends about it, put it on Instabook, Facegram, whatever it is, but put it on social media and let's make this channel grow. With that said, let's get straight to the news. Now, the biggest news is that 3 weeks from tomorrow, the expo for the Springtime Surprise, a new run, is going to be live, and so I'll be there by that time, and I will do a video on what's going on there, and I will try to show you guys what's there. I'm going to try to put it up as quickly as possible so you guys can get an idea of what is for sale there. Even before that, there is going to be registration coming up. It's coming up very soon, within the next 2 weeks, March 22nd, which is coming up very soon, for the Wine and Dine for the 2022. With that said, about a week before the Club runDisney will be able to register, they will get emailed a link and they'll be able to register before that. Now, here goes the kicker. I asked at the expo, what about legacy runners? And I'm a legacy runner. What is a legacy runner, guys? A legacy runner means you've done every single run since the inception of that particular run. So I've done every challenge at the Wine and Dine since they started the challenges. So I may get an email also about a week before, allowing me to register before. I did it last year. I hope I get it again because it throws away a little bit of the headaches, because I'm like you guys. I got to get online and register, and yes, I got to go through all the headaches of trying to register myself. But if I get that one done, then I get that one out of the way. Then I have to worry about the next one, which is the marathon weekend, which is about a month later. So anyways, with everything that's going on, the Springtime Surprise is coming, and it just made me think very nostalgic, because there's runs that are coming back that and I thought were never going to come back again. The 5K, the 10K, and of course the Tower of Terror 10 miler. So it made me think, is there things that we will never see again, things that haven't happened in a while that we will see again? So I kind of broke them down into 4 categories. It's going to be things that we will never see again, things that we will probably never see again, things that we might see again, and the last one is things that I think for sure are going to happen. Stay tuned to that one, because that one's going to be the most exciting one. So we're going to start off with the things that we will never see again. I think these are better off done on video, and I'll show you a video of what I'm talking about as soon as I describe it. We actually used to run through the racetrack, which doesn't exist anymore. So I did a little bit of searching. There wasn't any runDisney videos about this, and I didn't start filming until later. I probably have some pictures that I would have to look up, and if I find them, I'm going to put them up on Facebook and Instagram so you guys can see them there. But this is what the track used to look like. So it was about a 1 mile loop around, and they actually had cars all the way around, and including the last 2 cars, which happened to be Lightning McQueen and Maynard. With that said, more exciting than even that was we used to run through the back lot of MGM, the backlot studios that they used to have back there. And one of my favorite places was we used to run where the tram would go, and to the left there would always be the seamstresses working, and it was actually a working studio, so they were working on wardrobe stuff for movies, and we could actually see them. Sometimes they would be up at that time, but it was towards the end of the marathon, so we could see them working there. But they had like a DJ blaring music and so forth and so on. And I just always remember at the very end, it was Mike Wazowski and Sully were right there. And I'll kind of give you a video of the look of what the tram looked like, but this is what we got to run through. So we entered through this long tunnel. It was always lit up. It wasn't dark at any time. And it started off by these lights on the left and the right were always lit up, and sometimes we even saw people that were working there, like this gentleman here to the left. And so we got to see some props, some Mickey props there. And it was always really, really cool because it always was really loud in there. I remember even having music, and I could not hear the music because it was so loud. But as we ran further down, there was even more props. So they had people that were here. So again, this was a little bit more lit up. But I really enjoyed running all the way down, seeing all the props that they had. And as we reach the end, which we will be reaching the end pretty soon here of just this tram ride, these actually were open, and in here and around the corner, we would see Mike Wazowski and Sully from Monsters Inc. So now let's get to the stuff that will probably never happen again. These were more because of logistics, and so you'll understand. So in 2004, 2005, they had a triathlon there. Now, because it is more packed, there's a lot more people driving around, doing stuff there. It becomes a lot harder. The logistics of getting people from swimming to the bike to the running, closing down the streets for that, it's just a little bit too much. If you do it, it would have to be a sprint. It would have to be early in the morning, and it's going to be dark. You're going to be swimming in the dark, so it's not going to be fun. I don't believe they'll do this again, but it's not out of the realm. Maybe a duathlon, a bicycle, and a run might be a compromise, but I just don't think they're going to do this again. Now, another one that I don't think they're going to do again, and you'll understand, it's going to sound simple, but it's a lot harder behind the scenes. I think it was 2012, and I was doing it, the marathon that year, and they had the Chip and Dale relay for the marathon. So they dropped off runners about halfway through, and then they had to pick up the runners that stopped there and gave the baton to the next person, and then they would take off, and then of course they would finish off where the rest of the marathoners run, where the marathoners would finish. Here was the problem, the logistics in between, because you had to have transportation there, which was fine, but the transportation afterward, that was a headache, because now you had to get runners from there all the way to the finish line or to somewhere else, and that just caused up another logistic nightmare for them. I remember hearing afterward how it was so horrible for them that they would never do it again, and like advertised, they have not done it again. And I don't see them doing this again unless they kind of work out the logistics of how the transportation is going to work. But if you really, really see it behind the scenes, it was a nightmare to get people, especially from the second half all the way to the finish. And so it just wasn't good. Okay, things that I think might come back. Number one is going to be running through ESPN Wild World of Sports. That is exactly what you heard. So where we go to the expo, we used to run there. 2019 was the last time we did it. We haven't run since. One of the reasons was construction. Second reason was a lot of people complained about it. They didn't like it. I personally had no problem with it. I liked the fact that there was more character stops. You can do more character stops there. There was actually a lot of places to potty. That was another good point there, a good reason to run there. And then the other reason was we got to run in the stadium, which was really, really cool because you could see the Jumbotron. And when you saw the Jumbotron, you could run by and you would see yourself running on the Jumbotron. And I believe I recorded myself a couple of times. I have to go back and look at that. But yes, we were able to run there. I didn't think it was bad. It was about 2 or 3 miles. And then we went off and went into Hollywood Studios. And I didn't think it was a bad run. But again, they took it away. I can see that coming back. The other one is something that we did in 2020, and we kind of touched on this last marathon, is running through the water parks. I don't do the water parks whenever it comes to like my visits there. So this was my first time, and we went through Blizzard Beach. And I actually got to see Blizzard Beach. I actually liked it. I liked it a lot. I actually thought to myself, maybe I should come and do Blizzard Beach, and I probably will one of these days. But it was also a place that you can do character stops, and so they did it 1 year in 2020, and this past year for the marathon, we actually just went into the parking lot, ran around there, and then came out, and that was it. We didn't go into Blizzard Beach. I don't know, again, if it was a COVID-related thing or logistics. I don't know what they were doing because, obviously, if we're running around the parking lot, people can't get in anyway. So I don't know what it was, but that's another possibility that we will be running in the water parks again. Now, here goes the ones that I think for sure are coming back. The number one is going to be the kids' runs. So the kids' runs are going to come back in some capacity. They may not be runs themselves, they may be activities, but they are coming back. I just don't see them for the long run not doing it. I actually see them, especially now that look like we're getting out of the COVID deal, and people are safer. That's the most important thing, is that they will bring this back. It's good for the kids. It's good for the families that do the runs together, especially when you have young ones and they want to participate. They're there at the expo. They get excited. They want to do it. So I think that that's something that will come back for sure. Another thing that I think is going to come back for sure. Guys, this is exciting. I'm going to first say that I've been kind of teasing it a little bit, but I believe, you're going to hear this right, Coast to Coast is coming back. Yes, Coast to Coast. So Coast to Coast means that you actually ran in both coasts. So you ran in the East Coast at Disney World and in the other coast, which was Disneyland. And so you got a special medal, guys. So that was a really, really cool thing. So I had quite a few of these. So the inaugural Dopey, which was 2014, I actually did the 4 runs. So that was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I actually stayed until Tuesday, flew back to Texas. Then on Thursday, flew to California, and then ran the light side challenge that weekend. So another 10K half marathon over there. The problem is it was a lot of construction, but also there was problems with the city of Anaheim. A lot of people they won't touch that. They won't talk about it. Like we don't talk about Bruno, right? We didn't talk about the fight between Disneyland and the city of Anaheim, and that caused a lot of problems. That's the reason, that's one of the main reasons that they stopped having the runs. I do see some light at the end of the tunnel. So it looks like they're going to be coming back. And hear me out. My prediction is 2, probably 3 years, so 2025, they will be coming back with the Coast to Coast. Now again, I do not work for runDisney. I do not know this is a fact. But I have a hunch, really good hunch, that it will be back by 2025 and we will be able to see these again. These are real cool. So one of these days I'm going to show you guys my medals. So I have quite a few Disney medals, even the ones that are back here, and these are just the tip of the iceberg of what I got. And so that's what I think is going to happen. So with that, I like my new shirt, guys. I'm going to be wearing this at the expo over 665 miles now. Once I finish the springtime surprise, I'm going to be close to 700. I'll be going over 700 by hopefully we do the wine and dine and we can get over 700 miles. But guys, I actually talked a little bit about this and I'm going to start changing the channel. You're going to see me inspire people more. I'm going to try to make this an inspiration. I'm thinking of ideas that while we're running, there's something I can have, something I can give, something that whenever we see a struggling runner, we're going to pass by and we're going to talk to them. We're going to make sure that their mindset is going to be it's going to be right so they can finish the run. And so that's going to be the goal from here on out, that we're going to leave no person behind. I've said this many, many times, and people have commented on this. We are all in this together. Guys, we need to start working on that mind frame. We are all in this together, no matter where you come from, no matter what your running style is, no matter what level you're at, whether you're a beginner, you're a seasoned veteran, you're somewhere in between. We're all in this together. We're going to keep inspiring you guys to make sure that you guys do the best of what you got with what you got, and finish these runs. These are fantastic runs. These are magical runs. With that said, I will be back next week, and guys, as usual, create a magical run.